Now, this is our fourth segment. It is a rotating segment each and every week. We talk about different subjects. We talk about shout out to Netflix. We read. Last week we talked about Thrawn.
We did.
We had our first reread. We read.
Mon ami.
This week is Animation Superstation.
Thank you, Alex.
So I am very excited. We're going to be talking about Flashpoint Paradox. Next week, we're going to be doing shout out to Netflix, and that is the stand-ups. And then the following week after that is Time for Comics, and we're going to be talking about Lock and Key Volume 1. So you need to go check that out. Do your reading so we can talk about it. Watch the stand-ups over on Netflix before Netflix gets bought out by Disney. Because it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Talked about that earlier. You can go check that out. All right. Animation Superstation. We're talking about Flashpoint Paradox.
We've seen it in the Flash TV show, a small amount. But it does not even...
It was like the most basic...
of Flashpoint.
Yeah.
Like, the comic, the animated TV, the movie, was probably one of my favorite ones.
Superb.
Just seeing all the different, like, just by altering that one thing, just changed everything. So much.
Yeah. So it opens up. We see the Flash, battling the Rogues Gallery, and it straps bombs to everybody. It's all on the Rogues. It's going to destroy the Flash Museum, destroy Central City, all of this kind of stuff, and you see the Justice League come in and save everybody, all this kind of stuff. And it's all the Reverse Flash. And the Reverse Flash kind of goads Barry into, he's like, you might have been able to save all of these people, but you weren't able to save your mother. And that kind of like sets the motion of the whole rest of the story. And we see, Barry start running, and then he wakes up and everything starts seeming a little bit different.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to go into all the details, but one of the great things about this is it's kind of a what-if universe, but...
my favorite part.
It's so interestingly done. First off, Batman.
Oh, I was waiting for this.
Batman. Oh, my God. You first see Batman fighting Yo-Yo. Like, Yo-Yo, you don't even know who this person is, whatever. No. But new Batman whips out freaking pistols like, pop, pop, pop. You're like, what is going on here?
And it's the costume's different and everything.
Everything. And then he throws her off the roof after he gets his information. Just throws her off the roof. Who is this Batman? Who is this Batman? That's what we're asking.
We'll tell you.
We will tell you. Spoilers here if you haven't watched it. You should have. You had a month.
Zach, who is it?
If they haven't watched it, then they can, click off.
Yeah, click off. Thomas Wayne is Batman in this universe because that fateful night in Crime Alley, Bruce Wayne was the one shot, not Thomas and Martha. Now, the interesting thing, and I'll let you say it,
this is my favorite part.
The Joker is in this universe.
Now, when Brucey died, poor little Bruce, Mom went crazy with grief. And by crazy, I mean Martha Wayne is the Joker.
Yeah.
So you could say that's a little bit of a lover's quarrel.
Yeah, and she's absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've read the Batman line in the actual comics. She's worse than the regular Joker.
See, I haven't read that, but
she is crazier than the regular Joker.
And that's crazy.
So Batman is there. There's no Superman anywhere. Nobody has never heard of Superman. None of that. And we didn't talk about it. Barry doesn't have any powers at this point either.
Yes.
Cyborg's working for the government. Cyborg's pretty much the same as is. The big issue, though, in this whole universe is Wonder Woman and Aquaman are at war with each other. And Themyscira has taken over all of Europe, and Aquaman is sinking part of that part of the world.
Yeah.
And the whole reason they're fighting is because there was a misunderstanding that resulted into Aquaman was boning Wonder Woman, and Mira, his wife, didn't like that, and then Wonder Woman chopped her head off and threw it at Aquaman's feet.
Yep.
So, needless to say, not a good time. So they're at war, and that's the big issue. Cyborg is trying to get Batman into his fold to try to unite all of the rest of the heroes that are there to fight Aquaman and Wonder Woman to stop this war, because if it keeps going, it's going to wipe everybody out.
Oh, yeah.
And Batman wants nothing to do with all of this. Wants nothing to do with it. So none of the superheroes want to be in this. If Batman, the greatest tactician in the world, doesn't want to be a part of this crusade to save the world's dead. That's how they feel. And how the president feels. The president in this, Barack Obama. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Thought that was really cool that they brought that in. Now, we see Barry get into the Batcave. And he starts talking to Batman, and Batman just goes berserk. He's like, how did you know this here? Like, beating the ever-loving crap out of him. He just keeps saying Bruce. He's like he gets to the point, like, he starts breaking Barry's fingers. He's like, say that name again, and I'll break another finger. And it gets to the point where, like, he's able to explain, and then Thomas is not really believing him. And anyway, this movie, I'll let you talk some. I'm talking a lot. This movie's so freaking good. That's why I'm just kind of like going.
Just seeing, like you said, just the slight like miscalculation of how everybody's life turned out, because
butterfly effect.
Yeah, everybody was like Biffles in the original world, but in Flashpoint, everybody's trying to kill themselves. Batman's not really Batman anymore. There's these different villains and everything. And like you said, when Batman is not wanting to help out, that's like it's hopeless.
When Captain Cold is Citizen Cold and he's the hero of Central City, there's something wrong here.
Yeah, and that was my favorite part, is just seeing how everything changed just a little bit. And like, I know we joke about you being the more emotional one. I still get pretty choked up over things. That last scene.
Oh, child.
That last scene.
Oh, child.
When Barry hands Bruce a handwritten letter from his father, Thomas. And he reads it. And then you see Batman tear up.
He cries.
The stoic Batman. I was like... it was very emotional for me.
Barry's one heck of a messenger.
He is. And he said it in the show. Just like the creators of this, Jeff Johns. Genius. And to get him to help with the new movie coming out.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for that.
I am. I think it's going to be great. I hope it goes way deeper than the Flash TV show.
Yeah.
Because...
Flash TV show is like bare minimum.
Yeah, and even that little bit was still interesting, and it still has lasting effects on Arrow and Flash. But they have to go it deeper. I think it's going to be amazing. Jeff Johns is a genius just for coming up with this idea.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. I think my favorite part is, the whole time the Flash is thinking that the Reverse Flash has caused this. And the climax of it is when they finally are face to face. And the Reverse Flash reveals the truth that he didn't change anything. He didn't mess with the timeline. It was actually Barry. And Barry's the reason why this whole world exists. And why everyone's dying. And if you watch the movie, you see how graphic it is. It's probably the most graphic of all the DC movies. Like, people are getting their arms chopped off. People are getting choked to death. It's amazing to see how far they went to recreate the comic. But you see Barry realize that he is the reason why all of these people are in pain and in suffering. And that all of his friends are pretty much dead. And then just... like, seeing that realization and knowing what he has to do. Like, he has to destroy this world pretty much to save his own world. But thankfully, there's a nuclear blast happening, so it had to happen anyway. Yeah.
And I love the little things that the Reverse Flash did to just mess with Barry. Like, when he presses his ring,
and his
the Reverse Flash suit comes out instead of his. It's just the little subtle mind games that he was playing. And you think that the real big bad guy is Reverse Flash, but it was really
Barry the whole time.
Barry that started this whole Flashpoint paradox.
Yeah, because Barry was being selfish. And that's what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
Is Barry was selfish, and he put his needs before everybody else. And that's what caused all of this. And it's kind of like a representation of, our needs versus other people's needs. Do our needs outweigh the good of the many?
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to examine that as like, and you can look at what's going on in our world right now.
Yeah.
Is the needs of the few greater than the needs of the many? And you can clearly tell that that's not true. Okay, don't be selfish and do things that are going to take away from the greater good. You got to make sacrifices to have the greater good, and that's what really makes a hero.
Very true.
Quote one of my favorite musicals: "The needs of the many bugs outweigh the needs of the few."
And the opposite is the lion. The lion's concerns aren't informed by the opinions of the sheep.
Wake up, sheeple.
I'm just messing with people now. All right, guys. So there you go. There's our opinions of Flashpoint Paradox. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. I loved it. You loved it.
Beautiful work of art.
Mm-hmm. Bravo. So there you go, guys. There's episode 220 in the can. We hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know in the comments below what you liked, what you want to see on the next episode. And if you can go over to patreon.com/nerdcave, go support us, get everything early for a few dollars. If you can't do that, toss us those dollars. That's okay. You can go over to our YouTube channels and you go check out everything free. It'll go up a little bit later. But we do every day put up a segment. And then you get it for free. All of it together on Friday.
We need to pick a new...
Oh, yeah. We need to pick a new Superstation. All right. Since we did a comic book thing, we need to pick something that's not comic book related.
I would say something anime.
Okay.
We have a lot. I know we have the first season of Sword Art Online. It's super... it's fast. Not long.
Alex,
I know some things about it. I'm just like...
Go ahead. What's up? What's my list?
We have, of course, Dragon Ball Z. We have, trying to think of stuff that's on Netflix that's easily...
One Punch Man's on Netflix.
One Punch Man.
Let's go with that. I haven't watched it. I've been wanting to watch it.
So good.
One Punch Man, first season.
So, there you go. Animation Superstation, Weeaboo Watch is now in effect. We're going to be watching One Man Punch, so check that out. And everybody, we appreciate you watching and supporting us. Shout out to our Patreon producer, Caleb Palmer, and Abu for supporting us over at patreon.com/nerdcave. So definitely go check that out. Throw us a few dollars if you can't. That's okay. Share our videos. That helps a lot. And go over to iTunes and rate us over there. The more people rate us and subscribe over there, the higher we get found. The easier we're found, the better our ranking and everything is. So please do that. Please help us out over there. And if you're on iTunes listening right now and you haven't given us a rating, please do so.
Please.
5 stars. We don't need
We're not asking much.
We're not asking much just because we're great at it and we give you great content for free. Unless you're paying for it. And if you're paying for it, it's because you love us.
Very true.
And we love you. So, this has been Zach.
And Robbie.
Have a week.
If you enjoyed that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want gaming content, you can go over to Nerd Cave Gaming right there. If you want to support us, you can check out Patreon right there. If you want more videos, check them out right here. Go ahead, pick one of them. I wonder which one you're going to do. If you're going to be cool, you'd pick any of them. All 4 of them. You'd be awesome.